So I got here the microphone. I got here the Avantone CV-12, Avantone. It's Taylor Swift's mic. Taylor Swift's mic.
Nice to meet you, where you been? I could show you incredible.
Now there are some companies who say this mic could be improved by making some modifications. Those companies sell a modified version of this microphone for a reasonable cost. Not really. I don't know what modifications they do, but looking through the inside of the microphone, there are 3 big places where you could make your own changes for even less money. I'm not proposing that the microphone we end up with after the 3 components are replaced lands you with a microphone that's identical to Blackline Audio's. So I'm not saying this is a cheaper way to get Blackline Audio Avantone CV-12, but I think it sounds better at the end. Now, what are the 3 components? So in a condenser tube microphone, there is the capsule. That's the part that's hidden inside here. That's that part that's hidden inside there that converts the audio signal into an electrical signal and probably makes the biggest difference sonically in terms of how a microphone sounds. And then that signal, which is very low in volume, goes through a vacuum tube which amplifies that signal and sends it along its way. And the reason why a lot of people like vacuum tube microphones is when it amplifies the signal, it adds pleasant distortion, harmonics that make the sound rich. It even compresses the signal in a natural way, softens some of the transients and harsh sounds that a singer may emit. But the vacuum tube can be replaced as well and change the sonic nature of a tube microphone. And the last stage is the output transformer. Now this is the old one. All these parts which I just shine in front of the camera are the old parts. I did the video in reverse where I modified the microphone, took the video documenting it, and now I'm showing you the old parts. So this is the output transformer. The output transformer is supposed to serve 2 purposes. One is to balance the signal so that there's little interference that gets in the way, especially if you're using long wires to your microphone preamp. But it's also supposed to, in simple terms, match the signal coming out of the tube, which the signal that's received by the microphone preamp. So that's another component that can be replaced. The component that makes the most sonic difference, in my opinion, to the least sonic difference, I would say it starts with the capsule as making the most difference, then the tube, then the transformer. So what I will do in the video is replace this guy in the tube, then replace this guy in addition to the transformer, and then replace this guy, and then do some recording along the way. Now, which parts do you pick? And I'll put them in the description below. For the transformer, I picked one from Cinemag called the CM-2480, which is one transformer that people say works well with the Avantone CV-12. The vacuum tube I picked was a NOS or NOS 6072A 12A Y7 vacuum tube. NOS stands for new old stock. It's like, is it new or is it old? It basically means old components that have never been used. And then the capsule, the stock capsule I removed, and the new capsule that I got was the RK12. There are different manufacturers and companies that sell capsules, and I'll put again down below some of the links that I scoured through and a page that goes over the sonic characteristics of different capsules. I'm just going to go briefly over how to dismantle this bad boy. So all you need is a screwdriver and some steady hands. Unscrew this bottom, so that comes out. And then when that's unscrewed, this outer shell slides over, revealing the components and the vacuum, and inside this bottom piece, the transformer, the output transformer lies in here. This bottom piece is two pieces. This bottom casing, this upper casing, and those two casings are held together by these screws. There's 4 screws here and 4 screws here. The way the vacuum tube is removed is by pulling it out of this socket. The socket's here. You have to gently pry it out, but because this is in the way, there's no room for you to remove this vacuum tube down. So to give you enough space to remove this vacuum tube, you have to unscrew these and these, 8 screws in total, getting this metal casing sort of angled out of the way, and that'll allow you enough room to remove the vacuum tube. So that's how you replace or upgrade the vacuum tube. The way to get to the transformer is by unscrewing these screws and these screws, which lets you separate these two pieces of the metal housing. But in order to move this upper part of the metal housing up to reveal the transformer in between the two, you need some slack on these wires. And the way to, I need something to point with. Hold on a second. Put the microphone here. I'm going to borrow your lightsaber. All right, so throw it over there. The way to get the slack on the wires is by prying. If you see here, there's a metal piece here that's cinched over the wires there and there, if you can see. And you'll see in the closer videos when I'm actually modifying. Those metal pieces are simply there to shield these wires from melting from the temperature that's emitted by the vacuum tube, because vacuum tubes will get hot. So if you pry that metal rod at this side and this side, that lets you have slack of the wires on each side. That slack allows you to bring this top casing up, and then you can access the transformer. Now the stock transformer has different color coding for the wires than the new Cinemag transformer, and I'll, again, down below, tell you which color to match up with which color between the two transformers. And once the transformer mod is done, the way to get this head basket off, which houses the capsule inside, is you need to unscrew that screw there, and then on the direct opposite side, unscrew that screw there, and that'll release the head basket, revealing the capsule. The capsule has 3 wires, one attached to the shell, and then one attached to the front diaphragm, and one attached to the rear diaphragm. And those 3 wires are soldered here, here, and here. So on here it's the yellow, black, and yellow. When you desolder your stock capsule, just make note of where the colored wires and the black wire are soldered, and that'll help you keep straight where the new wires go. And then when you're done, you just do everything in reverse. You take your sleeve, you slide it over like so, and then you screw the bottom like so, like so. And then you get this sound like Taylor Swift.
Nice to meet you, where you been? I can show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my god, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game, wanna play. Nice to meet you where you been. I can show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my god, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game, wanna play. Nice to meet you where you been. I can show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my god, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game, wanna play. Nice to meet you, where you been? I can show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game, wanna play.
If you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm happy to answer anything that's unclear. If any of the videos don't have a great angle where you can see what's going on, I'm happy to clarify. And who knows, if you catch me in the good mood with some free time, if you send me the parts and your microphone, I may actually do the upgrades for you. See ya. I don't even like Taylor Swift. I don't even listen to her music, but it's her mic.